actually joined Golden Key a little passively, I guess. I started out volunteering for Shadow Days, and then I became the director of extracurricular activities, and then I eventually became the executive officer when I was in my junior year. And so it just sort of happened. It kind of cascaded, all because when I was a freshman, actually before I became a freshman, Dean Aaron was interviewing me for the honors program at Baruch, and he wanted me to get more involved once I joined Baruch.
Golden Key always had such a huge presence on campus, even before I got involved with it, and seeing all the officers around, seeing the different events and getting invited to different events, or actually just going into the general meetings just to learn more about the organization, I really felt close to it because it was something that not only emphasized good academics, but also to get involved in community projects, which was always kind of close to my heart with volunteer opportunities. So that's something that really inspired me about the organization.
I actually joined during my freshman year. I think it was freshman convocation, and another member, I think her name is Teresa Ling, she came by and was just getting freshmen to get involved on the campus. And I joined because I was very passionate. Coming from high school, I was very passionate about volunteer work, and I wanted to find another organization that was just as passionate about volunteer work. So I had joined a volunteer program under Golden Key, but once I got my foot in the door, I kind of never left.
So, the way I joined Golden Key was I saw a flyer. Well, I've been wanting to get involved. Then I saw a flyer and it says Golden Key. I'm like, all right, let's go. I went to Golden Key's GIM, and there I saw Brian Long and another brown guy, I forgot his name. But yes, they were doing an event, and then I saw Brian speak, and I said, wow, can I ever be president one day? And I dismissed that thought, but I still wanted to get in, I still wanted to join, and that's when I just got involved.
It's a funny story. With Golden Key, I actually started in Phi Eta Sigma, which was a freshman, sophomore, sort of like the little sister honor society when it comes to Golden Key. So I started there, did that for 2 years, and I was approached by Kathy, who was the current president from 2010 to 2011. I applied for the secretary role. I didn't get it, but luckily I got the president role.
I joined Golden Key through a friend. She was also a former president. Her name was Evelyn Yao, as well as another friend named Sasha Chang. I was involved in a program in Team Baruch, and they both happened to be involved in that. They said, why not come along? And they actually invited me to an event. At that point in time, I didn't have the GPA to join, but after seeing how nice they were, it made me work a lot harder to become involved, and eventually I did have the GPA, and eventually one day I became president. So kids, dreams do come true.
I didn't start in Golden Key until October of my freshman year. That was fall of 2013, and I really wanted to get involved on campus. Christine Young, my cousin, who also went to Baruch at the time, she was secretary, and I really wanted to get involved, and she helped me and guided me, and she told me that joining an organization was a really great idea. So Christine and Soleil, who was the president at the time, helped me to become the person I am today, and they encouraged me and inspired me to take that extra step to joining an organization and taking an active role on campus.
So my favorite memory of Golden Key was as president. I was asked by Student Life to get involved in putting together the Relay for Life. And it was a great memory because it was the first time that Baruch was ever approached about doing a huge fundraising event that none of us had ever overtaken. And I was asked to go to NYU, and I got to see what the Relay for Life was all about. And I was asked if I thought it would be possible to do this at Baruch. And it was a little overwhelming because we'd never really done a fundraising event where we'd raised so much money, and the goal was $50,000 in the first year, which is quite a bit when we'd never done something like that before. And I went back to the officers, met with the team, and just started talking about what the American Cancer Society wanted us to do. And it was as a team that we came up with the idea that if we got every single club in the school involved, we might actually be able to pull this off. And it was through working with other club members, working within our own organization with our own members, asking them to figure out creative ways to get sponsorships and get other clubs involved, that we were actually able to pull it off. And I think to date, it's an annual event that happens at Baruch every year. So thanks to Golden Key, we have Relay for Life.
Oh, I have a lot of fond memories about Golden Key and Baruch, but if I had to pick one, it'd probably be Relay for Life. I mean, what's better than partying all night long for a good cause?
Favorite part I had was the Golden Key International Conference that was in Chicago in 2003. 4 of us went from Baruch to that event, and it was just such an inspiring event to go and see all the different chapters across the board and the amazing things they were doing and learning from them, and also sharing our successes with them. So you just come back so empowered from those events, and it was such a great experience, just kind of bonding with my officers and just being involved in something completely different, out of school, out of New York, and it was just a wonderful experience and just learning to grow and seeing the impact that people make across the different chapters.
I think my best memory of Golden Key is knowing the legacy that I've left behind. Talking to Mahir and hearing about the events that Golden Key is still doing, it's nice to know that stuff that we set up when I was a chapter president, such as Clash of the Bearcats, and that's still happening year after year. Beyond Boss, all of that, it's good to know that what you do here, it doesn't just stop when you leave, and that makes the experience so much more real and so tangible because you know that's a legacy you've left behind.
Oh my God. So the best memory that I had with Golden Key is when I went to Robert Smith to the regional summit. It looks like, I don't know, you opened the door for someone who was in prison for 35 years, and I just came out and started enjoying everything. I brought my camera, I started networking with all of the Golden Key chapters, and it was so amazing.
Best memory about Golden Key was definitely induction ceremony. In the beginning, everything from blowing balloons to preparing my speech, it was nerve-wracking, but at the end of it, it was just rewarding to see 300 inductees, including myself. Everyone getting their certificates, everyone having the time of their lives, and looking at my executive board and just seeing how creative everybody was and how rewarding the experience was, just absolutely unparalleled.
The club room. Club room 3225. I hope I said it right. Aside from the rush of day of and putting together the events, one of the best things that I remember about Golden Key was the fact that we were a family first. Although you had to get your work done, and Kathy and Brian were no joke, as well as Evelyn. But the fact that we were able to relate outside of the club was something that I will always hold dear to my heart.
My favorite memory would be in Golden Key was during induction last semester. It was on my birthday, my 20th birthday. I spent it with the best people ever. The officers that has been in Golden Key, I've known for a few semesters, but some of them I've known for even longer. And just spending my birthday with them and seeing the amount of people in our induction room was a huge life-changing experience. We've managed to fill up the room of 100 and so people, and I think with the help of everyone on our team, that really made my birthday that more special.